welcome back to the Turf Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Gabe Dowd, and joining me, per usual, are my wonderful co-hosts. I almost forgot your name.
You forgot his name.
Tom Capuano.
Wow, thanks.
No, to be fair, it isn't just you. But I got my lovely two co-hosts, Dom Capuano and Nick Walters, joining me as usual. And on this week's episode, we're going to be giving you guys our Pro Bowl reactions, Super Bowl predictions. We even got a couple controversial takes to discuss. And Dom has got a fun old NFL Jeopardy segment planned for us. But as usual, I think we'll keep it consistent. Why don't we get started with some news, Dom? Like usual, kick us off.
Absolutely. So we got to stick to some schedule here. So the New York Jets have hired former NFL head coach Steve Wilkes to be their new defensive coordinator.
It's not a sexy hire, but I think it could work. He's got. Yeah.
What else can the Jets do?
He's got experience, and you said that every week. There's nothing he can do.
It can't get worse.
Any
worse. Yeah.
You've already hit rock bottom. So
I feel bad for the Jets fans that have been sitting there just waiting for something to spark
for years.
Maybe this is the spark they need, but who knows? I think it'll be a combination of different hires. But
with time, we'll see.
Exactly. Next up, we got the Lions have hired David Shaw as their pass game coordinator. I mean,
bro,
they got
just every week another.
Just
Broncos,
let me have one thing.
And every week another Broncos assistant.
Like, we don't have any staff left.
The Lions have to replace their whole staff that left too. So the Lions.
Yeah, and they're
Lions.
just taking the Broncos guys because Dave Campbell. Whoa. Dan Campbell. I knew the second I said Dave.
Something sounded off.
Yeah. But Dan Campbell is from the Sean Payton tree, so I guess you're going to go with
You mentioned that last week as well. Yeah, he's going to go with people he knows.
Should we just be open-minded to the fact that we're going to keep losing people?
No.
Or when all fails for the Lions, they come to Denver. Yeah. So I guess that's the...
We're going to see Denver's offense on the Lions next year.
I guess that's what you'll see. But I ain't got much more else to say for that.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
I hope they don't kill their run game. I think he'll be fine.
Yeah.
We just have Javonte. That's why that was terrible. But let's get on to bigger, better news.
Next up, if this is bigger or better, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars have agreed to terms with Anthony.
Don't even ask me.
Campanile. Campanile. I'm sorry, that's definitely wrong.
If he happens to be watching this,
if you happen to be listening, we're so sorry to butcher your name. I hate to break the news to you. You're not the most known guy in the league.
Please share our show with your colleagues.
Yeah. Hey, for butchering it, we'll let you on for free. No negotiations needed.
But he is their next defensive coordinator.
We'll see how it goes.
I guess. I mean, there's not much I can really say because I don't even know who the heck this guy is.
I mean, again, for Jacksonville, you've also hit rock bottom a couple times in the last 10 years. What else is there to lose? I don't know.
Throw something at the wall, hope it sticks.
It's literally.
Okay. Well, next up, we got the Denver Broncos plan to hire former interim head coach Darren Rizzi as their
special teams coordinator. I'm so excited.
Nothing is official yet.
So, that's the unfortunate. It's not officially official.
I'm calling it official.
But the fact that Adam Schefter reported it, the fact that ESPN's talking about it, there's obviously insiders who know that it's it's a waiting game.
It's just waiting for the stamp.
Exactly. Yeah. Or it's all publicity and they're waiting for the right time to do it.
Yeah. And
either way, I love it.
Speaking of publicity, something that's gone very public recently is Justin Tucker has been accused of different types of sexual assault.
So honestly, there is no better way of going at it other than saying strictly what it is because that's that serious of a topic.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, guys, I have gotten back into the card hobby of collecting NFL cards. And I pulled a Green Prism Justin Tucker Texas Longhorns card on the exact same day this news broke. So I know it's selfish to say that it's heartbreaking that the value of my card is now dropped because it's a serious topic. But I just have to say it. I wasn't going to say it on the show, but I'm going to. What is it with NFL players in the massage shit? Like
Robert Kraft even, too. He ain't even a player. But
anyone in the NFL. And I get it. This is not a thing that only happens exclusively with athletes.
Oh, absolutely.
But
But you're in the spotlight.
But and that's why you think you'd make smarter, more calculated decisions.
You would think, but here we are.
Or just not do weird shit like that.
I also hate to say this.
Yeah, just don't be a degenerate.
You have a wife at home. You don't.
You have a good life. There's no reason for this.
So now, do we think these are actual cases? Do we think
are they believable? Is there truth to them? Initially, you have to go with a grain of salt and say we can't really come to a conclusion until the actual investigations come to a conclusion. But after the first, I think it was 4 or 5 that came out, 12 hours later, you have 3 more cases coming out.
Right.
Now, granted, we all know with these kind of accusations, it snowballs and it turns into he said, she said, and there's more. We saw Deshaun
Watson.
Yeah.
Literally. And that's, I hate that we refer this now as the Deshaun Watson scenario, but it is. So hopefully it's not true, just based off the character of the player that we've known for the last, 12 years? Maybe 10. I don't think he's been in the league for 12, but if he has, it's a killer for the Ravens because he's a leader. He's a locker room guy. Mm-hmm. He's not someone that comes off in this manner. It's heartbreaking to see anyone do these things, but I don't know.
Well, what do you think this means for him and his career going towards the future?
If I know anything about a Harbaugh coach, they're probably going to let him go if there's a lot of truth to it.
Typically what happens if a player like this happens to a player, they get cut or traded. But
then again, we also saw Deshaun Watson kind of get rewarded by going to another team and getting the highest contract a quarterback seen in years.
He also got the biggest fine in NFL history and an 11-game suspension.
And that is true. But to him, what's more important, the financial security of his life? I hate to say it, these guys are money snobs. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. It's that you got to bring it up. You got to talk about it. I guess you got to bring awareness to it. It's in the news.
News is news.
I didn't know if it was worth talking about, but you know what? It's life. Shit like this, unfortunately,
it's life. It's NFL. Got to talk.
The No Fun League has terrible things too.
Yes, sir.
There we go, and we're gonna get to why this is the No Fun League later on. So let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling, I guess.
Moving on with the news, the Chicago Bears are hiring Eric Bieniemy. He was the offensive coordinator for the Chiefs and the Commanders, at one point.
I fucking love that last name. Bieniemy. That's sick.
He's a badass dude, but for some reason, man, I don't know if it's the interviews, I don't know what it is, but it doesn't land him jobs. He doesn't get jobs anywhere.
I wanted him.
Me and you wanted him for, what, 3 or 4 seasons? A long time.
Before Hackett.
I remember when Hackett was in that exact cycle, they had an 8-hour interview with this guy, and the night that Hackett landed in Denver, they had to delay his interview for Bieniemy because Bieniemy was still sitting in the facility.
Yeah.
And, this guy is a schematic genius. I mean, he played running back. He's a legend for the Buffs. The last time the Buffs were good, he was on it.
Yeah.
He did great things with Kansas City, and you can say it's Andy Reid, but Andy Reid gave him play calling duties for majority of the last season he was there. He called the Super Bowl against the Eagles 2 years ago. So it's kind of like...
Now they have Matt Nagy, and they can't even score 30 points.
And people thought he was going to go back to the coaching cycle after his tenure with the... That guy is not a head coach. I'm sorry, he didn't work in Chicago. He didn't work anywhere else.
We saw
He's protected by the Chiefs team.
Yeah.
But the Bieniemy is one piece that I think is a great coach. It just sucks that he's never going to land that highlight job. He just keeps getting assistants. He keeps getting consultants. He keeps going back to UCLA.
It has
other
to be
jobs.
Him,
I'm pretty sure it's with UCLA this past season.
Yes.
But
well, looking at the bright side of this trade, at least I think this is good for the Chicago Bears. At least Caleb Williams and his development.
It's more exactly. It's more offensive. I don't even know what word to use.
Will it
just
be
knowledge.
more Ben Johnson or will it be more Eric Bieniemy?
You never know if Ben Johnson doesn't work out, as kind of like Nick Sirianni in Philly. If he doesn't work out as a play caller, he's got guys now to lean back on.
True.
Well, in theory and on paper, the Chicago Bears coaching staff now is about as stacked as you can get.
Yeah, what do they have? Dennis Allen, was it Dennis Allen? Yeah,
yep.
Dennis Allen, Ben Johnson. Who's the OC?
Eric Bieniemy.
No, he's the running backs coach. Isn't he not?
Oh, no, it does say running backs.
Yeah, he's the running back coach. He was a former OC. Oh, gosh. He was from the Lions, I want to say. He was one of their offensive pass game coordinators or something like that. Actually, might have been the Broncos tight ends coach, no?
Yes.
Yeah. So they're going with experience and they're going with the new young and innovative minds.
Yep.
So this coaching staff has it all. And, they talked about today, actually, Ryan Poles potentially getting a 5-year deal to align with Ben Johnson's new deal. I don't mind it.
Not just that,
he's done a fantastic job.
Paired with a young quarterback and overall a young team.
A fantastic job with the cards he's been dealt and the media that comes attack. Like, he gets attacked by the media.
Yeah.
They don't hold back in those pressers. So the state of the Bears, I guess, is better than what it could be.
This is true. Better than what it has been.
Has been, I should say, yeah.
For sure. Moving on, we got this time it is an offensive coordinator hire, and Chip Kelly, former Eagles head coach, was hired by the Las Vegas Raiders.
It's different. I mean, he hasn't been in the NFL in a long
That's
time.
That's what I would say.
It's different. It's definitely a Pete Carroll approach. You want to change culture quick, you're going to go with a guy who just won a national championship. You're going to go with a guy who's been known in the game of football for 30-plus years. You're going to go with a guy, I want to say he had a stint with the 49ers, too. Didn't last long. But
yes.
So, I guess go with what has worked in the past, and if it doesn't, Pete Carroll's only got 3 years, so he'll move right on and through him until one sticks.
Right.
So, and again, another team with the state they've been in, you got nothing to lose.
Yep. You got to try something.
So
anything.
I guess I'm not opposed to it.
I can't wait to see how Pete Carroll turns out.
I'm intrigued. It's an interesting staff.
Have you guys seen the the rumors about Russell Wilson perhaps going to the Raiders?
So even with Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, even Russ has even tried to keep that quiet. So it makes you think, like, are they trying to put something together in the offseason?
And then now we have Tyler Lockett.
Would that be
the end
tampering?
of his contract, and
they're all under. No, they're not under contract. So no, it can be tampering.
Let me ask you this: when's the last time a team of old players that used to play on one team worked? Look at the Jets.
Yeah.
Randall Cobb, Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams.
The only player and the only duo you'll ever see it work with is Brady and Gronk. It's a one of a kind.
Yeah,
you'll never see that happen again.
Very true.
Unfortunately,
and all it takes is two of the greatest players to ever play.
Yeah.
Gronk, no. Brady was in his prime still, I'd say. Gronk was definitely not in his prime, but boy, when you put him with his quarterback, I was just going to say, when you put him with his quarterback in a time where it matters, he didn't miss a beat.
No.
So, and I don't think we'll ever see that again. So, no, you're right. When was the last time it worked other than that? And that's a very odd scenario, so you can't even use it to argue.
Right.
So, you're right. But I'm definitely interested to see where this goes. It's an interesting staff. Pete Carroll at 70, Chip Kelly at OC. All in the AFC. I mean, Dom said a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Look at the AFC West's coaching staff.
Stacked
Crazy.
and also old.
You've got ruthless, old, cultured men who are just willing to go play ruthless football and run the. I guarantee you,
it's going to be a fun division.
Pete Carroll's going to try and do it hard by the Chargers and rebuild the run game and go from there. I don't think he's going to stress the quarterback. That's why they go with Chip Kelly. Like, look at what Ohio State did this year. I mean, you guys didn't watch college, but Christian I can't even say his last name, so I'm not even
Judkins.
But yeah, Judkins. They ran the ball like no other this year, and it won them a natty. So we'll see what happens. I'm definitely interested. I'm not opposed to competition in our division, especially now with Bo Nix.
As long as we're winning.
As long as we're winning, yeah. Once you're winning, anything pain doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's
winning,
what I'm saying.
Winning heals pain like no other.
Bingo.
Yep.
Sticking with the Raiders, they hired another coach, and Pete Carroll's son, Brennan Carroll.
I'd like to see your opinions on this. Yeah, take a deep breath.
This screams Bill Belichick hiring his sons.
Did his son just leave New England to go to UNC? His other son, Brian not Brian.
Steve?
Yeah, no, Brian. No, Steve already went. I think it's Brian Belichick. He's a defensive backs coach or something like that. So both of his sons are following him to UNC. And now you've got Nick, who's enraged by this hire. But this isn't even his first time doing it. He did it in Seattle. So Brennan is not. This isn't like some new thing. I mean, you're Pete Carroll, guys. So you're probably not opposed to this.
No, not at all. I mean,
you keep your roots in. When you build a business, who do you usually keep it in? Family.
Exactly.
So what is Pete Carroll going to do? He's going to try and get his son to think like he does, coach like he does, and bring him in and hope that it works.
I think it also sets up a good future for his son too, because I mean now he's starting to learn all these new things. And
I don't know about that as much. A future in something. I don't know about a future in his role of coaching. Pete Carroll's a one of a kind, and I say that because if it was going to go that way, I think Brennan would have landed a job a long time ago. He's been on his own for a few years now. So, but keep him within the family. Hopefully, it works. I mean, I'm not shocked by the hire.
Where's Belichick's son at now?
I think they both follow him to UNC. So I think, like I said, I believe his name is Brian. He was either a defensive backs coach or some sort of defensive coach.
I think he was a defensive coordinator, maybe.
I don't think he was a DC. I think he was an assistant. But he just left the Patriots and will not be on Vrabel's staff and is going to UNC with Steve and Bill. Mm-hmm. So it's not the first time we've seen family stick with family in this field.
But are we saying Steve Belichick was a great coordinator?
No, for sure. I would never claim him to be legendary just because his last name is Belichick.
Exactly.
I don't think he's done anything extraordinary.
You got to build your reputation, actually.
Yeah, you can't just use your dad's last name.
Speaking of that, did you guys see Arch Manning come out and make a post saying that he doesn't deserve all the credit he's getting?
I love it.
Like that, I think that screams humble.
I respect
It's the same thing with not wanting to be in the college football game at the first 6 months of it being released.
Yeah.
He was completely opposed to NIL. He was completely opposed to getting all this glamour. And why? If the kid wants to take it the hard road, let him take the fucking hard road. Yeah. The kid needs to.
Let him earn it.
I'm getting his jersey. Whatever team he goes to, I'm getting it.
I just pulled his card.
Unless it's a division rival.
I pulled his card, so that made me all buttered up.
Whoa.
Hey.
Card's worth, right now, it's sitting at 100 average on eBay, so
that's pretty damn good.
For a piece of cardboard? Yeah, you're damn right it is.
Buttered him right up.
Buttered me up, brother.
Moving on with the news. The Texans hired former Rams tight ends coach and pass game coordinator Nick Caley as the new offensive coordinator.
Now I'm confused. Was he already a part of Houston's staff last year?
I don't think so.
No? Because in pictures, this is why I'm confused, because in pictures they showed when the news broke, he was already in, it could be a photo swap for all I know. They're that good now.
The ones I saw were Rams.
So I don't know. When I saw the one from CBS and then on Twitter, it was him in a Houston uniform already. I'm like, was he an assistant prior? It's an in-house hire, but they're just labeling his previous big jobs. And if not, then damn, CBS has got some good photo editors.
No, he works for the Patriots and the Rams.
So this is a fresh hire. This is in-house.
Yes.
I mean, I don't mind it. We've seen a lot of assistants get pulled from the Rams tree, and it works. So I guess keep doing what you're doing. I think the Bucs ought to keep doing that then. Liam Cohen came from the Rams tree. Now look at where he's at.
Yeah, he was with them at the Super Bowl 53.
You think a lot more teams would follow the McVay tree. It works. Not a lot of them fail.
No.
Look at the Vikings. So, I mean, I'm not opposed to it. Nick, you actually informed us of this next piece of news.
I did.
So
Packers kicker Mason Crosby, he was there for a long time.
16 years, 15 years.
Maybe
it was a long time. Maybe more. Holy crap! I thought it was like 15 years, maybe. Either way,
he announced his retirement today.
I don't know why. I was low-key shocked by this. I mean, I know he's older, but and he had a rough last year with the Pack. I know he took a year off this year, but
17 seasons.
Jeez.
And then he didn't play this year, but I know last year he was on what? The Giants? Yeah, the Giants.
I think so.
I want to say it was the Giants. I don't think it was the whole season. I don't know. I feel like I remember him playing for the Giants. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to butcher. But either way, I was kind of shocked by this. I'm pretty sure he leads their franchise in points.
Well, think about how consistent one person has to be a kicker for one team for 17 years. You have to be pretty goddamn consistent.
Just saying that out
played
loud
for the Giants, Rams, and Packers.
In that last season, whether he was active. He took this season off. I know that. Damn. Yeah, like you just said, you got to be pretty damn good at your job to keep it in the same team organization.
Yeah.
That means he went through 2 or 3 staffs too. LaFleur, McCarthy.
Look at them this year. How many kickers have the Packers themselves gone through this year? I know more than one.
Yeah.
Is Anders Carlson even the starter? He
got hurt.
He got hurt. That's what it was. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Guys, this next piece of news, I hate to drown out the retirement, but I say that these two pieces are a little bit bigger, so let's get to it. Myles Garrett has officially requested a trade out of the Cleveland Browns.
He is a Bronco.
So I ask you, what do we think in best landing spot? Nick, hit me with it.
I think this is fantastic. Myles Garrett needs to get right up on out of there.
I want to see him win a Super Bowl somewhere.
What's his best landing spot? The team you're wearing on your hat, the team you can't see on my hat.
And the
Denver
team on
Broncos.
my hat. No,
yeah. Dom is actually a Broncos fan.
Yep.
We've added a fourth
I'm
team.
a Steelers fan, a Bengals fan, a Seahawks fan, and now I'm a Denver fan.
He's half
too.
of all of them, too.
I'm like, no, I'm fourth. I can't be 4 halves.
Hey, no, you said it last week.
Before I move to Dom, what do you think is given up for a player like this? Is it still a huge
At least
package?
one first-round pick.
So at least one.
And probably some starter-level players.
Ugh, I don't know if it's looking like a Broncos trade, Nick. I'm
Plus,
sorry.
you got to pay him. No, it's definitely not.
Yeah,
But
no. It's good to dream. Do you have any other landing spot before I pass it over? No? All right. So, Dom, Myles Garrett has requested a trade. You've got to have some teams on your mind. What do you think is his best landing spot? What makes the most sense to you?
So, I'm trying to be realistic because that's what's killing me. Because there's teams I would love to see him go to, and then realistic teams I do go to.
I mean, if you want to start with the teams you love because it's right there, then go for it. But
I gotta say, not because the Bengals. I would love to see Myles Garrett.
I don't know if they're going to do an in-division trade, though.
But see,
Browns might not go for that.
But
if the package is big enough.
And think about him and Trey Hendrickson on the same D line.
Absolutely. For the Bengals, that's awesome. For the Browns,
gosh.
I think that's the kick in the ass that defense needs.
Definitely.
That would be freaking massive.
That would turn their whole
But now, is that too unrealistic?
I think so.
Okay, so before I answer that, what would your realistic option have looked like? Or are you stomped with that? You really are torn. My unrealistic would have been the Detroit Lions.
That's what I was thinking. And I was thinking because
him and Hutch.
Think about when Hutch comes back.
But I don't think it's gonna happen.
No, for sure no, because they have to, like you just said, they'd have to pay.
Yeah, but see, that's the same thing with the issue with the Bengals. The Bengals have to pay T. Higgins.
So here we go. Who has cap?
Jamar Chase still hasn't gotten paid.
Who's got cap? Do we know the top 5 teams? Patriots are 1. Broncos are between 6 and 7, but again, I don't think they're in the market for this.
Crazy amount. I know there's a team that has like over
Patriots.
The Patriots are the number 1 team.
Oh, it is the Patriots. Yeah.
But if they're gonna do this, they have to have some master plan this offseason.
I think they're gonna go for something else.
I don't think they're gonna fill their spot and their money with this. But it's just what team? So I heard a team today that's kind of interesting. It's a team that's already loaded at every spot on the roster, has the money and the capabilities to do it, can give up the assets, and it'll never hurt them.
Is it the 49ers?
The Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh.
As aggressive as they have been, would you be surprised if Myles Garrett went to Philly?
Yes,
I would be surprised.
Very surprised.
I'm not saying it's affirmative. I'm not saying I completely agree with it.
They're going to lose Brandon Graham.
So
Retirement.
what if the first big move that Pete Carroll makes is acquiring Myles Garrett?
He's going to do a reverse John Gruden and trade for an edge rusher?
I don't know that the Raiders go there. They're going to try and get the offense
they're
somewhat
rebuilding.
upset.
They need to rebuild.
They have Crosby, and if all falls through, they'll use him as trade asset or trade bait. Sorry.
I do that now.
Yeah, I would start using it now to just rile up
his value is the highest it's going to be.
Yeah, especially with all the injuries and procedures.
So I'm just going to throw some teams out there with the top base salary cap.
Oh, you have it up? Okay.
I got it up. So first off is the Patriots and the Raiders are second. We got the Commanders in third.
Ooh, I like that.
Dan Quinn gets a hold of Myles Garrett. Oh my God, that screams scary right there. Bro,
that might actually happen, too.
Him, Bobby Wagner, Johnny Newton, the young defensive guy they just drafted this past year on the line.
Deron Payne's still there.
Oh, my gosh. Could you imagine if Myles Garrett was their outside linebacker?
That's a Super Bowl team right there.
They already were.
They already are a Super Bowl team.
Arguably already were.
If I'm Dan
Boys,
Quinn,
we're
I'm
in for a very, very, very
I'm on the
fun
phone right now if I'm Dan Quinn.
You don't need a first-round pick this year. Your offense did what it did without it. Go out in free agency.
Exactly.
But now that you said that, makes me so excited for what this offseason could turn into in terms of additions.
This is going to be a big one.
Well, don't get too excited.
We have a lot of teams because the Bears are another team that needs to add talent. Do they go and get a pass rusher? Are they in there?
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, so the Bears are 6th on the list.
They're in range. They could do it if they need to.
So,
Ryan Poles is hungry right now.
So there's a team out there that sits in 4th right now, and it's a team that a lot of people, like a lot of professionals they're projecting them to be at least a playoff caliber team this year. And I thought that was interesting because this year they're quite lackluster. It's the Cardinals. They
almost went on a playoff run at midseason. That's why they traded for Baron Browning, which ended up not working.
They sit 4th on the cap space list, and
judging by the fact that they tried to go get a pass rusher during the trade deadline, you could be onto something there.
I think that has potential.
But you also got to take into account, as much as Cleveland's going to look for this, they're also in the favor. I think this is kind of like Vaughn's situation with us. Cleveland loves Myles. I think they're going to put him in the best situation. I don't know if the Cardinals screams instant Super Bowl or playoff run yet. So that's why
That's why you're looking at the Eagles.
That's why I said teams like Philly, the Commanders, and even if the Niners were able to somehow pull it off, which I don't think money-wise they could, but if they could, it makes sense.
Bosa and Myles Garrett would be scary.
We're in for a fun offseason when this guy gets moved. Because right now, honestly, this is the perfect move for the Browns, too. A lot of fans need to sit back and realize sometimes these kind of moves hurt, but are the most beneficial for an organization that's been flipped upside down. If you're already upside down, blow it up.
Or get us.
Yeah, we unfortunately had to do it at one point.
We did this exact thing.
I will never forget when we first hired George Payton, and I thought, okay, maybe he'll just build the whole roster. No, he got rid of every player that I loved. One by one.
I hated George Payton.
When we first got him yesterday, I had Mike Boone instead of Philip Lindsay. What the hell was that, for one? I hate to bring us back there.
He brought in all his stupid Vikings players, bro.
So, the Myles Garrett one's interesting. I got another one for you. Nick, don't fanboy too hard over this one.
Oh, my God.
The Los Angeles Rams came out this morning and informed that Cooper Kupp, they're seeking a trade. They're going to trade him, and they said immediately. Now, immediately in football could be within the next week or two, but that's huge. You're talking about an all-pro receiver, a Super Bowl MVP.
I'm surprised. I thought they were going to keep him.
You're talking about the Triple Crown leader 2 or 3 years ago. You're talking about a guy who led the league in every statistical category for receiver a few years ago. Now, do I hold him in this light as much as Nick or other fans do? No. And you may hate on me for that, but I just think that with age and situation, I don't know that Cooper Kupp is the same guy you'll get. I don't know if Dom caught that. I don't know that he's the same Cooper Kupp you'll get when Matt Stafford brought them to a Super Bowl. If we go get him and he is that, then phenomenal. Congratulations to us fans and the team and Bo. But now I propose to you.
I'm going first.
I'm going to you first because I want to hear a more unbiased take from someone who's not a Broncos fan and who's probably not even in the running for this player. Because we are the favorites right. We're the favorites right now for him to get. Honestly, that's the odds. So now I ask you, what do you think of this news, and where do you think the most realistic landing spot is?
So I do think the Broncos are second on my list for most realistic spots. I just want to say, for whoever thinks that he's going to the Bengals, you're so wrong.
No, that's crazy.
Just stop.
Where are they getting this money from?
You're wrong.
You can't even maintain T. Higgins.
Yeah,
and keep Jamar.
They still haven't paid Jamar.
And where do you think you're going to pull Cooper Kupp out of? No, he was
what's that going to help? Your offense is not the problem.
Exactly.
What are you going to do?
Your problem is what this kid just addressed. Go get Myles Garrett.
Yeah. Well, anyways,
back to Cooper Kupp.
Back to that. After that slander, this isn't because they're number one on the salary cap list, but I think the New England Patriots are going to be where Cooper Kupp ends up, and this is because they have Drake May
over T. You think this is their receiver over T. Higgins or any other guy?
Because I think T. Higgins is staying with the Bengals. He already said he's willing to take a pay cut to stay where he is.
Are the Bengals willing to pay him?
I think so. Joe Burrow said it.
Do you think Cooper Kupp's the guy for Drake May's development right now?
Yes. Yes, because he's a veteran. He's been there. He's been in the big
So don't go the
games.
rookie route. Don't go the rookie route.
I think we need a veteran that can teach him some things so then we can surround him with rookies where he can teach them.
Patriots are in a rebuild.
Maybe Cooper Kupp helps excel Jalen Polk, though.
Does Cooper Kupp want to go to the Patriots? The Rams aren't going to trade him to a team he doesn't want to go to. That's
we
just
don't
not
know
gonna
that, though,
happen.
because Sean McVay was very, very vocal about keeping him in this organization. Now the offseason's over and they've lost the playoffs. Now they don't care to keep him.
They're going to do right by him.
You think so?
Yes.
I mean, I hope so. Now that's the question, though. What are they expecting in return? I don't think he's worth a first-round pick.
3rd and a 6th.
3rd and a 6th? Take it. Sean Payton, I don't care if it ain't Garrett Wilson. Go do it. If it's a 3rd and a 6th, take my money. I would love to watch
Realistically,
because I still think
you
they're going
can't
to want a
ask
second
for a
round
lot
pick.
because, like you said, he's aging. He has the injury
Do
history.
you know how old he is? Is he 30 yet?
33, 30.
Oh.
He's on the older side.
Yeah, no, I know. That's why I don't want it. I want Garrett Wilson. Some might say that he'll cost way too
Oh,
much.
he's 31. He's 31.
Okay.
That's not even that
Either-
bad.
How old
He's
is
a
Mike
Bronco.
Evans?
Mike Evans is Mike Evans. All right, don't
Yeah,
get that
yeah,
twisted.
yeah.
Mike Evans is a dog.
Got to be the same age. He's 31.
Yeah.
Mike Evans is a dog, though. I would take Mike Evans.
If I had the
any
choice
day.
between
yeah.
the two,
Yeah.
I'd take Mike
I
Evans.
mean, I
Mike
hope-
Evans
But
is my
Mike
go-to.
Evans is not available.
Never. I hope he stays with the Bucks for his entire career.
He better retire with the Bucks.
He got his Super Bowl, and everything else now is he's already a bona fide Hall of Famer.
Easy.
So Patriots is your pick, Nick. I know you're gonna say Denver.
Yes, I am.
I'm gonna ask within you at least what's the number 2 or 1B team? Where does Cooper Kupp land?
I haven't thought about that as an option. That's not a thing that's going to happen.
So then let me ask.
Think about how well he would fit in Sean Payton's offense.
I don't think you're wrong. Well, that was a bad voice crack. I don't think
I don't think you're wrong.
I don't think you're wrong, but do we want to go for? See, it's hard because with the young quarterback, if you want to go that route, you could argue Bo needs a veteran receiver then too.
That's true.
Is pairing
Exactly true.
is pairing him with another
Exactly.
25-year-old receiver going to help him?
But
I don't know.
The difference is,
Higgins.
and why I picked New England is because you have Cortland Sutton sitting for the Broncos. I mean, I know he's not like
He's not a number 1.
He's not number one.
fantastical, but he's better than nothing.
Fantastical.
What the hell?
If you gave
the hell the
let me-
Patriots have?
Let me
nothing.
paint a picture for you.
Go for
Oh,
it.
he's painting. He's
I
Bob
You
love
have-
when Nick's pants.
Yeah.
Nick pants.
X receiver is Cortland Sutton, right? In the slot, you get Cooper Kupp.
He's painting.
You have Marvin Mims.
Money, brother.
You
Payton.
you can't double anybody
He's
because
painting.
Cooper Kupp's going to get open.
We're not even talking
Marvin
about
Mims
Troy
is gonna get
Franklin
open.
either. What do you mean? What do you mean,
He caught one pass.
bro? Don't be surprised if he turns in what Marvin's turning into in that when you turn that next page.
All right, so let's add him back in.
Or do you want to just go get Tez Johnson and drop Troy down? Do you want Tez Johnson? Before we move on, I do want to go
I
to
don't
that.
think there's room for him.
Neither
I mean,
do I. But
we'd
he
have to
looks
cut Vele.
fantastic.
I'm not willing to do that.
But you're not willing to give Troy another shot, especially with adding Cup to teach him and get him open reps.
I'll give Troy another shot.
You have to. Even if you go get Cooper Kupp. Kind of like what I was saying with Dom. You go get Cooper Kupp for the Patriots. One main argument that makes it worth it is you've now allowed him to teach and open the field up for Keyshawn Boutte, Jalen Polk, all these guys who aren't not number 1s, but are at least okay 2s and 3s at times. More 3s than 2s, I would say that. Jalen Polk is very lackluster. A big disappointment.
No kidding.
Where's Javon Baker at? Why didn't we see him this season? Is it behavior? Why draft him in the third or fourth round then? I'm tired of organizational moves like this. I'm not even a Patriots fan. I'm just talking from football.
Yeah.
But hey, at the end of the day, I'll probably complain for a couple hours if Cooper Kupp does go to Denver like you guys are speculating. I guess I'll ride it out and see what happens.
He's a
Let's
Bronco.
ride, baby.
It is what it is.
So, what number is he going to wear?
Why is this your most important? This kid texted me this morning, Dom, and said he's talking like we already traded for the guy. He goes,
It's
so
a
he
done deal.
he can't wear 10 or 18. So what number is he going to wear? Why? We need to figure out what we're going to
Why
get.
does that matter?
We need to trade for the guy first.
'Cause
We need
we're
to
gonna
figure out
get
what
him.
they need. Because if they're only asking
cares?
for a third, take it. You want a second? I'm a hesitant guy to it. Keep developing your guys and see what sticks.
All right. Well, we can go about this all day, but
All
let's
right,
move
yeah.
on.
Baby
Okay,
Eagles.
guys. So Pro Bowl reactions. No one's probably excited for this. I was not excited for what I watched. I'm usually the guy who always advocates for anything football and anything NFL. This was a complete load of bullshit is what this was. I sat on my couch all Sunday and I said, you know what, Nick, you did nothing but trash on it. You called it a Make-A-Wish Pro Bowl.
Yep,
I'm
I
going to
did.
be a real NFL fan. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to enjoy some Sunday football, even if it is flag football.
And now you see my
Well,
point.
it was terrible.
Yep.
I've never wanted to complain so much. You know, this whole event was not promoted or marketed very well this year because
No,
in the
it was
middle
not.
middle of the week. So Tuesday our episode drops. Wednesday the games start. All the little competitions they do. Never once knew it started Wednesday. I thought it was going to start Thursday. Never
I
knew.
thought it started Thursday. No,
Never
it's still-
see.
I didn't
Nope, started
know
Wednesday.
they were starting
Never
at
knew
10.
what channels it was on. Never knew what they were doing until the Broncos social media team posted TikTok of PS2 at the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, it's already started. I'm like, what the hell?
I saw a video of Joe Burrow doing
hitting the targets.
Yeah,
I missed
that's
everything.
all I saw.
I missed everything. So I'm like, you know what? Whatever, fine. The main event is Sunday. The flag football game and the few obstacle courses and shit in between the quarters. So I'm like, I'll sit back and I'll watch it. And while we're doing that, I'm making clips for this. So it was a huge day. It was a chill day. I would have rather have slept all day long than sit and watch a flag football game where the guys didn't look like they gave a shit at all. Jameer Gibbs, in between plays, literally looked so bored out of his mind. The players looked like they were like laughing at the idea of going out there and calling the plays on a wristband and then doing this little half-assed pass. They don't do as many trick plays as they tried to in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
That's why it was somewhat enjoyable when they did it in Vegas a few years ago. You saw the Devontae Adams and the Tyreek Hills making trick plays and doing the all-star moments, even though they're in flag football. This has to be fixed. This needs to be fixed. I don't know what you guys are at. I'm pretty sure you both agree.
Yeah.
Dom, you didn't watch it, so that tells me that you.
I actually did. I did.
You did watch it. Okay.
I did. No, like a little bit. I wasn't like paying attention to it because why the hell would I?
I was gonna say. I never saw you get excited about it, so it made me think you're kind of with Nick on this. It's kind of.
Oh, I'm with Nick, but I watched.
It's not as worth watching as it used to be.
Not at all. Not at all.
And the reason it pisses me off, and I'm not saying the NBA All-Star weekend or week is not. It's terrible from what it used to be, but I miss having. This should be a showcase of our best players playing good, entertaining football. Not
Real
watching
football.
them come out with their kids on the sidelines and play flag football like I did when I was 4 years old. Now, I get it. Players don't want to get hurt. But now I ask you guys, it's none of our jobs, but I'm going to ask you guys anyways. What do we do to fix this? What does the NFL do?
I think
what
it
are
should
some
be,
accommodations?
The Pro Bowl should be built into their contracts. When they're getting paid, if they get voted into the Pro Bowl, they should have to participate in it.
But the problem is they're afraid of injury, so they're never going to go to full contact again.
Yeah,
And I miss the old Pro Bowl. Pro Bowl used to be fun to watch.
Oh, it was actual football before.
I remember the exciting jerseys. You're watching the best quarterback against the best quarterback, best defense against the best offense. We don't get that anymore.
Nope.
And I love the week of games and the competitions. That's fun.
Fine.
Keep
You
that.
keep that.
The flag football on Sunday is terrible. It is terrible.
I watched the highlights this morning and a 15-minute condensed video and got a better experience than you probably did watching the whole thing.
It lasted so long, and the scoring and everything, it's
What was
terrible.
it, like 76 to 63?
It was awful the way they do. It just, I hate it. I don't know the way to put it.
I agree.
And I don't know how you fix it. Maybe you go the contract way, but then you have players boycotting it.
Just get rid of it and only do like the little
competitions.
Yeah.
Don't even hold the. So
Don't
just
even
get the flag.
bother with the flag football.
So if we were to bring back Pro Bowl game, the regular game, how can we go forward without players half-assing it because they're afraid of injury? And rightfully so. You don't want to get hurt.
Are you talking
Sure,
flag
obviously,
or actual?
no actual contact?
I think it's a risk you
It's
have
a risk
to take.
you have to take. Yeah.
Because what they used to do was just blow the whistle the second a player gets touched. But
Maybe
then
they get
as well. Just do
maybe they
flag.
get some money for playing.
Yeah.
So
Pay them.
incentive.
Yeah.
Put it in the
Put it in their contract.
You have to perform. You have to do it if you're elected or voted into the Pro Bowl, and this is what you
can't-
get if you make the Pro Bowl.
You can't do. You have to do it. It should be if you do it, you get.
You'll get paid this amount. Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. It's not the main segment of this show, but it needed to be talked about. I'm not going to skip
the only
over
game
it.
we had this
It's the
week,
only
so-
game we have, but it was terrible. It was boring. I hated
yeah.
it. I hated every second of it, and it's got to be fixed because I can't take it anymore. That weekend between the Super Bowl, I can't be bored out of my mind because now after this Sunday, we absolutely have nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, we have the offseason.
Spring football coming up,
But-
boys.
I mean, XFL maybe or
Yes,
UFL,
sir.
whatever they call it now.
I don't even remember what my team was.
Well, we got to look
St.
forward
Louis
to next
Battlehawks.
year.
The Roughnecks, I think. The one with the
Yeah,
band.
Birmingham. Yeah, no, not Birmingham.
Birmingham Iron was my team back
yeah.
in the day, bro.
All right. Well, maybe
AAF.
the XFL will give another shot. But Nick, your segment is what I was most excited for. So why don't you get us on to it?
Most excited.
Oh.
Well, actually, I'm
Shots
excited.
fired.
Whoa. I'm sorry. My bad.
So my segment is the start bench cut. I have
These are always
six
fun.
6 different sets of 3, either 1 player, 2 players, or 3 players.
That was hard to digest. I got what you meant.
Keep going.
But-
Keep going.
I don't think it. You guys know what it is. I don't know.
Yeah, start bench cut. We love doing these. You see
Our
them on
f-
social media all the time.
Our first set are 3 current day quarterbacks in the state they are right now.
I'm going
Not all
first.
So
time.
current day
I'm
is
going
the
first.
first.
Current.
Yep. All right. Cool.
I'm going first.
Okay, let him say it first.
Okay,
Yeah,
go
let
say
me
it.
say the
Say
pu-
it. Say
I
it.
would have if you didn't start yapping in the mic.
Get told. Now who's getting told?
I'll yap outside of the mic.
Thank God.
He just wrote you off.
Well, you know who's
He
gonna
ain't
write
right
back?
back, though.
More than Geno Smith.
So our 3 players are Sam Darnold, Tua, and Russell Wilson.
Yours
Current
truly.
day version.
Not Prime Seattle. Dang,
Not
the
Seattle.
camera's snacking back
He goes
there.
got the Sour Patch
He
Kids.
just reached in the Sour Patch bag.
Anyways,
So, which one are you starting? Which one are you benching? And which one are you cutting?
starting Russell Wilson,
What a surprise!
benching Tua, cutting Sam Darnold.
Oh, this is difficult. Nick, are you participating?
Sure.
Okay, can you please go?
I'm gonna start
He's just
Tua.
gonna slander Russell Wilson and cut his
I'm gonna
ass.
start Tua. I'm gonna bench Sam Darnold,
You're crazy.
and I am cutting Russell Wilson.
He took my card.
So for the viewers or for the listeners who don't know, on the YouTube version you'll see it, or the video version. Nick has pulled out a card, so I'm back in the card hobby. I pulled a Russell Wilson Steelers. I gave it to Dom because he's a fanboy. I guess he swiped it and hit it under the laptop.
Right in
He was
front of his
waiting for
face,
that.
he had no clue.
He was waiting for
So
that.
you got your card back. How do you feel?
I feel great. I
He
love
didn't
this
even know it
card.
was
Geek
gone.
out how you
He
geeked
didn't
out
even
when I
know it
gave
was
it to you.
gone.
I can't make it up. It's got to be real and genuine, like when he first gave it
I'll
to
bring
me,
you
but-
another one. I'll find another
but
one for
this
you.
card, it's
Trash.
gonna be
So wait, if I find the Geno Smith one, should I wait to give it to you on air?
yeah, do it.
Okay. If I find it, I
Alright.
don't know where it's at. Okay, guys, this is hard. I don't know what to do because I don't think if starting today, I'm gonna go Sam Darnold. I'm gonna go Russell Wilson. I'm gonna go Tua. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, that was terrible.
What did you just
I'm
say?
gonna start Sam Darnold.
What?
I'm gonna bench Tua. I'm gonna cut Russ.
Wow.
I think I flipped the names, but that's what I would do. Yeah, sorry. Clear-minded. If you're going off right now, Sam Darnold had a better year than both these guys. One of them didn't even
But
make
he
it
sold
for
in
the
the
first half of the
playoffs.
season.
True.
Well,
I
they
ain't,
both
I ain't gonna
two
start a
of them.
quarterback who,
One of them missed the
I-
playoffs. Had like 6 concussions.
I didn't want to say it, but you said. I'm not starting a
You
guy
have to
who
take
ain't-
it into account.
I ain't gonna start a guy who I can't guarantee ain't gonna be not me in the fencing position by halftime. So
I'd rather have that than Russell Wilson.
was that a bad way of chipping for?
Yes.
That's my bad. That's my Tua. Hey,
This is
all
the
respect.
turf talk off the field.
Buckle
Again-
the chin strap. Buckle the chin strap.
Again, Tua. You want to come on the podcast?
Stop leading with your
free,
head.
free of charge. You're welcome anytime to our studio.
At least we can
Our
pronounce your
wonderful
name.
little studio. All right, let's get on to the next start bench guy. Now that I just made that terrible.
So our next one is all-time versions
Oh, this
of
one
these three players.
stings.
It's Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and Drew Brees.
It's
Start,
not hard for
bench,
anyone but
cut.
me and you, I think. Well, I mean, you probably
I have it easy.
Yeah, you already do have it easy. Go for it. I'll let you go first.
So obviously, I think anybody in their right mind would start Tom Brady,
I'm wearing his jersey for God's sake.
the best quarterback of all time. Doesn't matter what you say.
Starting Peyton.
Patrick Mahomes is nowhere close to him and will never be close to him. The
No
second
one brought
part-
him up. No one brought him.
I bring him up. I got to be like Chris Collinsworth for once.
For once, you've been in all history of turf talk.
Yeah, since week 4 when we started doing this.
Anyways, this is the hard part between Peyton Manning and Drew Brees.
What is hard about this?
I don't think it's hard at
Yeah,
all.
what?
One of them's a 5-time MVP.
Are you really
And
torn
one of them is the
between-
most accurate
One of
passer in
them's Drew
NFL
Brees.
history.
Okay,
So
I'll
what?
take championships and winning over accurate passer.
Well, I've been persuaded. I will sit Peyton Manning and cut Drew Brees.
I was gonna say thank you. I mean, I don't want to be peer pressure.
You were.
but- okay. Well,
Good.
whatever. You already said it. You're starting Tom Brady.
I'm starting Tom Brady,
You're
benching Peyton
sitting-
Manning.
yeah.
And
I
Cutting
mean,
Drew
it hurts to say this, but I'd be delusional if I went any other route. So I'm gonna go Tom Brady to start, Peyton Manning on the bench, and Drew Brees. You can go home to your family.
He's going to Cancun.
He's going to Cancun. What is your obsession with players going on vacation?
It's the
Bro,
funniest
he
thing
was
ever.
shitting on
they
Bo
already
Nix
went to
earlier.
the Pro Bowl.
He was shitting
Did
on
you
Bo
did you
Nix
guys see that
earlier.
Jaden Williams on a Lions cornerback's jersey wrote going to
Jaden
Cancun
Williams?
in 3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah, when he signed
Yeah,
it.
when he
Jaden
signed it, yeah.
Daniels. Not
What
Oh
did you
yeah,
say?
yeah.
He said
Daniels.
Jaden Williams.
You know what I meant.
So first you called Will Levis a tight end weeks ago, and now it's Jaden Williams.
My
You know what I
favorite
meant. You know what I meant. Get on with it.
Washington football team quarterback.
Okay.
Oh boy.
All right.
So on to our next all-time trio. We have Marshawn Lynch,
Ooh,
Derrick
this one's
Henry,
easy.
and Adrian
This
Peterson.
one's
so easy.
Easy.
So easy.
Starting Marshawn Lynch.
You're fucking crazy.
That's why I put him in there.
You're fucking
benching
crazy.
Adrian Peterson and then cutting Derrick Henry.
What? I mean, you would have that if you're gonna go that route. Fine. I'm starting Adrian Peterson. Benching.
No way you would take.
I'm gonna
Derrick
bench
Henry.
Marshawn and cut
Okay,
Derrick.
good.
That's my exact.
But Adrian Peterson's my starter.
AP has to start. He's the MVP.
I cannot believe you did not pick him over Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch is beast mode. He has
Beast-
a special place in my heart.
Did he win an MVP?
He was going to if he ran the ball in the 1
This
yard
was
line.
Saquon.
You
of the
can't
early
win a
2000s.
regular season MVP in the Super Bowl, buddy.
Okay, well,
Just because
He
you
would've
caused an
been Super
earthquake doesn't
Bowl
mean you
MVP.
should start. Congratulations, you caused an earthquake.
Shout out to Sean Payton.
Like, all right, well, I guess that one was quick and easy.
All right, so now we're getting on to 2 sets of duos. Our first set,
Oh my God.
Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase,
Is this even fair?
Tom Brady and Gronk,
Brother made the list twice.
Yeah.
and Tom Brady and Bill Belichick.
I can't wait for Belichick to go line up on the line and snap the ball for me.
I didn't say it was players.
I feel like this is unfair. I don't even.
Yeah, starting Brady and Gronk.
So it's obviously between Brady, Gronk, Brady, and Belichick. Burrow and Chase, you're gone.
no,
Burrow
no,
and
no,
Chase
no.
getting cut.
Yeah, they're getting cut.
Yeah. Brady and
I
Gronk
want
start.
Super Bowls. I don't want big names. I want Super Bowls. And the only way I'm getting Super Bowls if I go with one of these 2 sets. So with Burrow and Chase, bye-bye. Brady and Gronk or Brady and Belichick.
Brady and Gronk easily, and it's easy because
How?
because
Because if I take
They had
Brady,
success before and
I was
after
going to say,
Gronk.
if I take Brady
they
and
did it
Belichick,
without Belichick.
I get an amazing defense, and I get, what is it, 3 Super Bowls before Gronk was
Yeah.
drafted?
Before we were even born.
So just for those reasons there, Brady Belichick to start, Brady Gronk to bench.
Yep.
Because, I gotta look at it both ways. Either way, I'm getting 3 Super Bowls. But I can do it without this star player, and I can have a great historical defense. Mike Vrabel and Teddy Bruschi on the same defense is lethal.
I'm gonna go Brady and Gronk to start because Brady and Gronk both went to the Bucks and showed Belichick that they could do it without him. And I think if they showed that he could, that
That's
these
valid.
two
That's
star
valid.
players could
That
do it
is
without
valid.
Belichick.
I'm
Did
not
they do
even-
it 2 other times?
That's valid, though.
True. But then they left, went to another team, changed that whole team's projection, and then
When
won
I
a
think
Super
of the
Bowl.
pre-Gronk era, though, man, I think of Vrabel lining up at tight end in the red zone in playoffs and Super Bowl. I think of Bruschi.
Every
and his
pass he
huge
ever caught was a
hits.
touchdown.
Like,
Yeah.
crazy, phenomenal
That
run.
defense was nuts.
Any Belichick defense until the later 2-3
And
years.
Coach Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah, phenomenal. That one was at first was rough, but then when I broke it down, I'm like, okay, this makes sense now.
So our next one is Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams, Drew Brees and Michael Thomas, and Ray Lewis and Ed Reed.
Ed Reed and Ray Lewis.
I'm starting Ray Lewis and Ed Reed.
Easily,
Benching Rodgers
yeah, I
and
agree.
Adams and
Yep.
cutting Brees and Thomas.
Exactly what I was gonna do.
He's
Well,
perplexed.
Rodgers and Adams never won a Super Bowl together.
Yep.
Ed Reed, I know Ray Lewis.
Neither did Brees and Thomas.
Yeah, Ray Lewis won a ring, but I don't know if Ed Reed was on the team at the time.
He was.
But Ed Reed, man, that's a fucking dude. Yeah, I'm gonna go Ray Lewis, Ed Reed. Brees and Thomas were absolutely insane though in like 2015, 16.
It was 18, I think.
Or 18, yeah, when they kept making it to the NFC Championship and losing.
I mean, Michael Thomas had the best.
But that's the
season for a
same thing
receiver
as
ever.
Rodgers and Adams. So I'm gonna bench Brees and Thomas, and for the first time ever, I think I'm gonna cut Rodgers and Adams.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go a little different than I normally would have. Trios, dang Nick. Okay, here we go.
So for our only trio set of the segment,
The Killer Bees.
we have the Killer Bees and Ben Roethlisberger, Le'Veon Bell, and Antonio Brown.
I haven't heard that in a while.
We have the 07 Patriots, Brady Moss and Welker, and the Legion of Boom,
Oh,
Richard
come
Sherman,
on.
Cam
My
Chancellor, and Earl
daddies.
Thomas.
You already know what Dom's going.
I'll go first. I'm taking the Legion of Boom, starting them all day.
One of these sets went 16-0, by the way.
Brady,
doesn't
Moss,
care.
and Welker. I'm gonna
Brady
sit
beat-
them.
The trio you just took to start, by the way.
That's okay. I'm still taking them to start. Cam Chancellor owns
Lord have
Megatron,
mercy.
and that's all that matters.
I'm
I'm starting the
I'm
07
cutting
Patriots
Killer Bee. Yeah, I was
trio.
gonna say like
I'm benching the
Randy
Legion of
Moss.
Boom.
I'm not even gonna care about Welker. Randy Moss and Brady alone.
Yeah,
You could do those two versus the other two trios.
I'd probably still take them.
Taking them, yeah. So I'm just taking the Patriots.
I'm starting
I'll
them.
take-
I'm benching the Legion of Boom, and I'm cutting.
I'm taking the Legion of Boom on the
Steelers.
bench though because Roethlisberger, Bell, and Brown. I could care less.
They didn't win a Super Bowl.
They didn't win a Super Bowl. They're all hot names that didn't
Well,
do
neither
much.
did Brady Moss and Welker, to be fair.
Yeah, but they were insane. You never know what the circumstances they could have. And then the Legion of Boom was just the last physical defense of our era,
Yeah.
aside from the no-fly zone. So stings, but it's the truth.
Yep.
All right. So on to the next line of things to discuss. I figure we go over a couple controversial topics.
Oh boy.
So to start off the week on a lovely Monday morning of First Take with Stephen A. and Cam Newton, they asked Cam Newton, would you trade your MVP award for a Super Bowl championship? And to this response, he said, I would not trade my MVP for a Super Bowl because what is more important, making an impact or winning a championship?
Championships.
Easily. That's
He's
self-
only saying
fuck.
that because you won the MVP and lost the
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
What and
Yeah.
now so what defines your career as a player? What do we critique you on? your ability to get rings on your hand. We hold Brady, Belichick, and any Patriot player who has won more than 1 or 2 rings to be prestigious because they simply made it to the promised land more than ideally you should in your lifetime.
So here's my argument for you. Peyton Manning had 5 MVPs and 2 Super Bowls. Tom Brady had 7 Super Bowls and 3 MVPs.
Yeah.
Yet Tom Brady is
we know who the
seen as
greatest player of all
significantly
time
better
is.
than Peyton Manning. So
Significantly better than Joe Montana because of it.
So Cam Newton's logic
And you
is
could
like
argue
shot.
that Joe Montana was the greatest quarterback.
I think it's just selfish for Cam Newton to say that.
And
in
that's
all
the
honesty.
thing is I love
It's
Cam
delusional.
Newton, but he is so lost when it comes to this stuff.
He has CTE.
Because you jump on that ball, you have both. You chose not to because you retired, the season was long, and you'd be back in training camp in 6 weeks. Boo-hoo, you chose this life. Now
You get
can-
paid millions of
yeah.
dollars.
So, and people have said that to him, and he goes, "Well, it's my health." Okay, so you're telling me that we don't even know that he would have torn his ACL. We don't know that what would have happened. He said that he was in a position to get hurt, seriously hurt. You jump on that
Says
ball.
who? Everybody else jumped on it
There-
and was fine.
Yeah, you jump on that ball. We don't know if the Broncos take that ring home. Then you had the perfect season, the iconic Cam season. No,
15-1.
instead you are known for being Von Miller's son and not diving on that football. And ever since that day, your career has just
Plummeted.
down the hill. So
I
it
think
was-
that's delusional.
I think it was
he's
just
creating a
jarring.
narrative to make himself look better.
it's rage bait. It's got to be. I cannot believe he said that on live TV.
Yep.
He wants views.
yeah.
Stephen
what he
A's
wants.
face at first was like he was put back by it. He's like, you taking an MVP over a ring? Like that is unheard of.
No player in the history of sports has ever said that.
And I
In
hope it
public.
never gets said in public.
I'm sure
He got
somebody
away
said
with
it
it.
along the way.
So the next one, to continue with the championship theme, since we're on that route, who needs this championship coming up this Sunday more, Patrick Mahomes or Jalen Hurts?
Jalen
Definitely
Hurts, easily.
So that is my thing.
The reason is
Mahomes-
because they have all of America behind their back.
No,
Nobody wants the Chiefs
So
to three-peat.
before I
besides
give
the
you
Chiefs
my
fans themselves.
2 cents, that goes on to my next point: is who has more pressure on them. And people can say it's the Chiefs to go get a three-peat. No, it's the Eagles. Now this is your second time coming here. You fail again,
3 years.
you're
Second
going to
time
be
in
viewed
3
as a
years.
loser, like Cam Newton was. You lose again, you've put the entire nation against you for the next season. You lose again, you've now risked that window, never opening up again. You may not come back.
Yeah.
So Jalen Hurts needs to win this one ring to already have an iconic career because of the light that he's held in the regular season. Patrick Mahomes has already won 3 rings. We've already called it a dynasty. We've already basically did that. He's already in conversations with, are you the GOAT? Are you there with Tom Brady? Jalen Hurts just needs this one ring. This one ring to at least be considered for the rest of his career as a solidified quarterback. I think the pressure is all on his side. And that's why I also think that this is probably the easiest run at the championship that the Chiefs have had in their dynasty.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is their easiest route.
I couldn't have said any better.
You had the worst statistical season, yet somehow had the best season that you've had. It's got to be. This is their easiest lane to a
It's the
championship.
Zebras.
Yeah. So I'm glad we're on the same page with it, though.
Yeah.
And then the last point. This one's controversial, for sure. Is Deshaun Watson to blame
Yes.
for the Browns' downfall for the last 2 to 3 years, which ultimately has led to now
Yes.
the trade request for Myles
I
Garrett?
don't think this is even a question.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, not only is he a terrible person off the field, like
On the field,
undeniably,
too.
but on the field, he is one of the worst players
It's
I've
hard
ever
to
seen
watch.
play football.
Like it pains me to
It-
watch him play. Like I am nowhere near a
Like,
quarterback.
Like I
can
can admit that NFL players are like spectacular talents, but like if you put me out there, I feel like I could put up some. Like genuinely, if
Or
you put
just
me out
sized up
there,
Deshaun Watson.
can it be that
Deshaun
hard?
Watson, are
to
you
do
gonna take that? Are you gonna take that? Are you gonna let Nick?
He doesn't take no for an answer.
I shouldn't be laughing about that.
Oh my god. Okay, but realistically, because of that right there, he shouldn't have gotten a stint with the Browns, period.
He shouldn't even be in the NFL
league,
anymore.
bro. But they're
Exactly.
paying him too much money to cut him.
He's a dog at
Yeah,
heart.
he's a dog.
Why'd you just look at me like that?
What?
You just gave me like the. Never mind. You just side-eyed me. Like crazy.
I thought I was looking at you, Nick.
No.
He's imagining things, bro.
Are you thinking of Deshaun Watson?
No, I don't want to think about him.
He got quiet. He got quiet.
No.
No, but to try to get back on track. I think you don't make this horrific trade and sign, then you don't have as many. Maybe they still suck, but you don't have many issues now. Now you've got to go get a quarterback.
less
You got to
problem.
let go of this guy. He's
They
on
had
another
Baker
injury.
Mayfield.
Yeah,
He won a playoff game for them.
almost beat the Chiefs. I don't know. It's the Browns. I mean,
Browns.
We talked about
speed.
Justin Tucker. I had to even out the
Brownstein.
grounds. If we're gonna talk about one guy, we got to talk about the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to talk about. I mean, we can go back even further with another AFC North quarterback. AFC North has a
I was
collection.
gonna say, if you want to go on the,
you're up.
you want to go
You're
on
on the board.
Ben
To say,
Roethlisberger.
if you want to go over to the AFC North run, we can. We can go over it because now we've got a lot to talk about in that division. You got CTE over there. You got sexual assault. What's next?
Hey,
Excessive
AFC North go
watching
crazy.
of
Ray Lewis is a murderer.
Ray Lewis murdered someone. Yup, yeah. Never had to sit behind bars. Wow.
Ray Lewis, if you're watching this, I didn't mean it. It was a joke.
What a second.
He's coming. He's coming for you.
Oh God. He's be like, I'm coming to that Turf Talk podcast, kid. All right, Dom. We're not gonna prolong it anymore. Let's get on to your Jeopardy show because I'm excited for this.
Well, guys,
You're the new Aaron Rodgers. Holy shit.
Oh my God.
You're Aaron Rodgers 2.0. He hosted Jeopardy for like what, a year? A season?
Did you even go on an ayahuasca retreat? I mean, are you even prepared?
He doesn't even know what that is, probably.
I don't.
What are you talking about?
I don't. Anyways, I got
Take any shrooms lately?
absolutely not.
How many caves have you been in the last 24 hours?
Isolated retreat like A-Rod takes every offseason. He's probably sitting in the dark
Straight
right
to
now.
He
Cancun.
probably is.
Anyways, I have some Jeopardy for you guys.
Hype it up a little bit. Damn.
Let's go.
You sound sad.
I'm thinking. You guys are distracting
Let's
me.
ride.
Anyways, okay. So I got Jeopardy for you guys, and as you can see on your screen, if you guys want to scroll down, I got the
Yes, sir.
all 5 categories right there. I'll read them out for the people. We got Super Bowl history, NFL legends, weird NFL rules, bust or beast.
I'm so sorry.
What was that laugh?
I'm
You
sorry. Keep
ruined it,
going.
bro.
Keep
And
going.
announcers
why are you calling me
in
out?
quotes. So, for the sake of not being here for the rest of my life, I did shorten this up, so there's only 100, 200, and 300 for each category. Do you guys need to be reminded of Jeopardy rules?
I don't think so. I hope
You
not.
guys know what's going on?
I'm good.
Which one you guys want to start?
Rock, paper, scissors. the
Rock,
old-fashioned
paper,
way.
scissors, right now.
How are we
one.
doing it? Because on Jeopardy, they have to buzz in.
Oh shoot, we didn't even think that through.
What do you mean?
They buzz. It's first one to like.
No.
No, that's not a thing.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is. It's
Well,
gotta be.
either way,
It's
I'm
gotta
changing it, so I'm picking a person
All right,
to
be.
go.
All
so-
right, Aaron Rodgers.
Are we doing 2 out of 3 or just one?
Just do one. I win. All right,
Okay,
go first.
Okay. Gabe wins with scissors.
Yeah, they just hear breathing.
Gabe through scissors, Nick through paper. Gabe
Yeah,
wins with
buddy.
scissors.
Yeah,
So,
buddy.
Podcast,
so this
we
is
have
how
to
it's gonna
narrate.
work for the sake of compensating for no buzzers. I'm gonna.
Or we
you're-
could just do this first, and whoever you see, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
Want to do that?
Sure.
Okay.
I hope we're not just all stupid and we know what we're doing here.
Oh, we know what we're doing.
Okay.
If we don't, then you're winning it all. Because clearly you said you do.
Okay. Anyway, I gotta make sure my buttons are in reach. Okay.
Bro just ate the mic.
Okay, Gabe.
I cannot wait till the viewers see that.
Okay, Gabe.
Yep.
What is your first category?
No, we're doing the.
Yeah.
No, you pick a
Oh,
category.
yeah. You
Oh,
won the
I-
rock,
yeah,
paper,
I wasn't
scissors, so
gonna say, yeah.
you should pick
Yeah.
a category.
I'm gonna go with NFL Legends for 200.
NFL Legends for 200. This is an easy one.
Wait, at what point do we like?
Spit it out, yo. Wait, we have to wait till he finishes
Yeah,
the
yeah,
question.
yeah.
Who was known as Megatron?
Calvin Johnson.
Yep, 200. And I will keep track of points right here. So you want to put a tally up? 200 Gabe. Nick is at a big goose egg.
We had one round.
Okay,
Had one round.
Gabe,
And I knew the answer.
Gabe, pick another one.
I'm gonna go announcers and quotes for 100.
Announcers in quotes for 100. Okay. So I'm going to give you...
Wait. His shouldn't count.
Wait, why?
He didn't say it in the form of a question.
Oh, come on, bro.
my
Hey, you said no to being reminded of the Jeopardy rules. I'm throwing a challenge flag.
He gets a warning. This is a Chiefs game.
I
now,
have to
guys.
say, who is Calvin Johnson?
Yes, this
Yes.
is Jeopardy.
Yeah, he's
I
right.
hate this.
So that's a
Okay.
warning.
Hey,
That's a
hey,
warning
hey.
for you.
In school, they never made us answer the question.
Womp womp.
You've
Okay.
been warned. So for announcers
I'm
and
losing
quotes,
the rest of the game.
for announcers and quotes, I'm gonna give you a quote. You gotta tell me who the commentator or person was that made
Okay.
that quote. Okay, that's a Hall of Fame play
Yikes.
right there.
Chris Collinsworth. Who
You
is
are
Chris
right.
Collinsworth?
You are right. Chris Collinsworth did make.
I
that.
said,
flag.
who is Chris
Throwing a
Collinsworth?
flag.
That's Chris Collinsworth every time he sees Patrick Mahomes.
The jump away fader from Patrick Mahomes. Like, you
It's like
haven't watched basketball.
Okay.
I
so
can't stand
Gabe,
sometimes.
300. Nick, zip. Okay, Gabe, pick another one.
I'm going to go NFL Legends 300.
NFL Legends.
Go big or go home, brother.
300. Okay.
Is this gonna be harder now?
Yes, it gets harder
Okay,
as
here
it
we go.
goes up.
Okay.
Though I don't know if you'll think this, but which legendary QB is known for the drive, a famous late?
Who is John Elway?
You are correct.
Was the helicopter drive against the
It was
Green
the
Bay
Browns.
Packers? No, really?
AFC Championship.
Damn. So he's had multiple
Nick's
the
got
drives.
it. Nick's got
The
it.
drive is the one against the Browns.
So just like that, I screwed myself for tied.
300, 300. The game is tied.
We're
Nick,
back
you
in
get
it.
to pick now.
I'm going to go Super Bowl history 100.
Super Bowl history 100.
I'm ready.
I'm Nick.
This is so funny.
We need to buy a buzzer now.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Okay. Which team has the most Super Bowl wins?
Patriots and Steelers are tied with 6.
He's like,
Who are the Patriots and Steelers tied with 6?
he's like, oh no, flag that.
I
shit.
didn't get a warning. I didn't get a
Oh
warning.
my god.
You are correct. Good job getting both of them
You see
there.
his arm? He's like the.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, I'm ready, bro.
He's like DJ. He's like
I'm ready.
He's mixing
I'm
it.
ready.
400, 300. Nick is up 100 points. Okay, Nick, you get to pick again.
NFL Legends 100.
Oh my god, we're
NFL
clearing it out.
Legends 100.
What is this gonna be like Russell Wilson factor? here?
What running back holds the all-time rushing record?
Shoot,
5.
Do we get a timer?
Jim Brown. Who's Jim Brown?
You are incorrect. So you lose 100. Nick?
No
5.
answer.
Okay. Gabe,
You-
you lose
puss.
100. I'll give you guys the answer in just a minute.
I'm going for it though. I'm gonna keep at this.
I
I'm
feel like
not
it's
giving
Emmitt
up.
Smith.
It is Emmitt
was-
Smith with
I should've
18,355
just gone
yards.
for it, man.
Jim Brown wasn't a bad guess.
It kind of was.
No, what?
He didn't play that long.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. All right.
All right. I'm going to go Super Bowl history 200.
Super Bowl history 200. Okay. Who was the MVP of the first ever Super Bowl?
Bro,
Nope.
bro,
Bart Starr?
You
Who is
are
Bart Starr?
correct.
Who's Bart Starr?
You are correct.
bro, where's the warning at? He did it again.
I still
He
didn't
did
get
it
a
again.
warning.
He fixed it before
I want a
caught
flag.
him.
Throw the bottle.
Nope.
Throw the bottle.
I'm like the Chiefs today, boys. Pass interference on the play.
Do you know what team?
Packers.
You are correct.
Well, that's easy. Bro. What do you give him an extra point for that?
no,
Yes, sir.
No. 600 to 200. Nick is up. Oh, that's not 60,000.
That's rigged.
Oh, 60,000. Let's go.
It's rigged.
Okay, Nick, give me another one.
Give me Buster Beast for 100.
For 100?
What does this
what
even
does
mean?
I'm curious.
For 100?
That's why I picked
Marshawn
it.
Lynch facts only. Wait,
What
like
team
Buster
was the
Beast as in
Beast
like the
break against?
prospect or the player?
You'll see.
Okay.
We'll find out.
Okay,
Wanna
this
give
is
us the
Buster
clue?
Beast for 100. What 1998 number 1 overall pick became a Hall of Fame?
You,
Peyton Manning. Who's Peyton Manning?
brother.
No warning. No warning.
You are correct. That's
Well, so wait, he's forever not given a warning. He's good. He's just solidified.
I fix
fixes
it before he gets
does,
it.
He does fix it.
I threw the
didn't
challenge
It's not
fix
my
it.
because
fault.
you didn't
This guy's
fix
slow.
it. Well, don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yeah, thanks,
You haven't
asshole.
used the soundboard.
Yeah,
at
I
all.
know. I forgot. We don't need it. We don't need it. This
No,
is
I
hyping
wanted
up.
to hear at least once on this thing.
Okay. The,
The
thing is-
airplane. Get the airplane.
That's the
That ain't
fart.
the airplane.
I want to hear the. There we go. JetBlue.
I'll use it. I'll use it. I'll use it.
We've
Okay.
reached elevation 5,280 feet. If you know, you know.
If you want your water and crackers, we're coming around. Trash too.
Okay.
Did you get
Nick,
the reference?
Nick, give me another one.
I got it. He's not gonna get that.
Give me Weird NFL Rules 200.
Yeah, why haven't we touched that one yet?
Ooh, Weird NFL rules. Weird NFL rules 200. Let me find it. What's the penalty for removing your helmet in celebration?
I have a question.
No.
Do you want the name of the penalty or like the yardage?
Both.
Wait.
Unsportsmanlike 15 yards.
Yes.
What? That's not
No,
weird.
what is unsportsmanlike 15 yards? He didn't say
I'll give you a
anything.
warning. There's
Are
your
you
warning.
fucking
There's your
kidding
warning.
me?
Fair enough.
It's not my fault that the host is slow.
Hey, want, bro.
That's his warning. So you both have been warned. Next time you guys do it, you lose those
He's
points.
been warned multiple times. I knew the answer. I called out that he didn't say it properly. and you
900
didn't call it
to
back.
200.
Deduct
Womp.
Nick's
200.
on top. Nick,
Brother.
give me another
Oh
one.
my gosh.
Give me announcers in quotes 200.
Announcers in quotes 200.
I lost the game. I ain't coming back.
In the end, you're only as good as your last play.
Take it.
I don't know.
Live on the edge.
5, 4, 3.
Wait, question repeat, please, if you can, if you want to.
In the end, you're only as good as your last play.
How much is it for?
200.
200.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, that's why I'm not risking it.
Okay.
If
I
it's,
don't know it.
Okay, if it's Donald.
It's Tony Romo.
Fuck, I knew it.
I wouldn't have gotten that at Millionaires. I was thinking John Madden for some reason.
No, Dom's not going to go back that far unless watch this. What's going to be...
Give
Go ahead,
me Buster Beast 200.
Bust or Beast 200.
I'm sweating this, bro.
I need to get all
My
300.
heart rate's
You
up.
guys ready? What 2005 number 1 overall pick was considered a major bust, taken ahead of Aaron Rodgers?
Who is Alex Smith?
You are correct.
God, bro. Me and you thought that the exact same time.
did.
Who came to mind first before Alex Smith?
For some reason, I
The Raiders quarterback. He
No,
came
I
to my
didn't
mind
think about
immediately. Do you know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
I forgot to hit that, so I did
Jamarcus
it.
Russell.
Yeah, just rub it in more. Jamarcus.
It was 2007.
2007. That's my brain
Okay.
went first.
Nick, go again.
I was thinking Ricky Williams, but then he
No,
said
he
he said the year of the draft. No,
Yeah.
no. Give me Super Bowl history 300.
Ooh, we got another 300 going off the board. Super Bowl history.
My hand's off the table.
Okay.
That's the problem. I'm leaning on the table.
Name the only Super Bowl MVP from a losing team.
I think I know the team, but I don't know the player.
I don't want to guess the player if I lose the points. I'll be negative.
He'd be eliminated.
Because I'm not gonna do it. I was gonna say it.
5,
No, it's not worth
4,
risking. Nick, come on, risk. You got too many points
3,
this year.
I'm trying to win.
2, 1.
You feasibly can't lose.
It's Chuck Howley.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
no.
wasn't gonna
I
guess.
think it's
It's
Cowboys,
on the
right?
Cowboys.
Yeah, so that's.
I knew the team. All right,
Okay.
give me announces and quotes
This is
300.
terrible. I'm doing terrible. I was doing so strong in the start.
Announcers.
You had a
intimidated in the
300 nothing
beginning.
lead.
Yeah, I know.
Announcers in quotes 300. Okay. He's a machine.
Why did you say it like that?
I don't know.
I think I know, but I'm not gonna.
Troy Aikman.
No.
Fuck. Joe Buck. John Madden.
No.
Jim Nance.
No.
He still hasn't said the one I'm thinking.
Kevin Harlan.
No.
Tom Brady.
No.
Greg Olson.
No, you're done.
Chris Collinsworth.
No.
Who was Chris Collinsworth?
No. Yeah, you said every single one of them wrong anyways.
Is that why you said wrong?
Gabe has like negative
Wait,
8,000.
why didn't you utilize the fart button? I did it
I
like,
got to do it like
yeah,
25
you gotta do it
times.
way more. All right, now we're good.
All right, so you guys both lose 300.
Gabe's now negative 100.
Wait, who was it?
Oh, shoot. Hold on. I should probably tell you guys.
He doesn't even know the
If I
answer.
was right, I swear to
It's
God.
Chris Berman.
Oh no, I was getting that.
Wow.
Describing a dominant player like Adrian Peterson or Aaron Donald. Nick, you are at
Good for
800.
him.
Okay.
I'm not losing that bad now.
Nick, you're up
Oh wait, I'm
again.
negative. I'm negative. Wait. Wait, I'm negative.
You're losing the same amount you were before.
If he didn't answer a single question, he would have had more points.
Jesus.
Give me weird NFL rules 100.
Weird NFL
Yeah, this
rules.
would be like holding or some shit. What is holding?
If a punt hits the scoreboard, what happens?
Re-kick. What? Nope. Just take the points away. Just take the points away. Is it a touchback? What is a touchback? What is...
You can't keep
Yeah, I
answering.
know, I know.
I'm not answering. I don't know.
You're going to win. Just take the opportunity. Take the shot. Prove the people
Okay.
you know your ball.
So this, I may give the points to Gabe. The answer is play is dead, down is replayed. I can't really classify
Re-kick.
that as.
No, that-
What is a
give it to
re-kick?
him, give it
Yeah,
to
what
him.
is a
yeah,
re-kick?
see, I'll give it to him.
What am I, 0 now?
Yep.
You only did out of sympathy. Oh, we hit elevation again. We are expecting turn.
800.
Uh-oh.
That was spot on, bro.
800 to 0. Nick's on top. Nick. Oh no, Gabe, you pick now. You got two
Yeah, he got the
whopping.
answer.
Yeah.
I can
got-
come in second. Wait, I'm only
You're the only other player.
I'm gonna go Buster Beast for 300. Go home or go big.
Buster Beast.
Bust or Beast 300.
I like my odds.
Okay. What undrafted QB won NFL MVP in a...
Fucking A.
Who is
got
Kurt
it.
Warner?
You are correct.
There's only one. That's so easy. Why is that for 300?
And you still lost.
Womp. Cry about it. We got
Okay,
one more.
Nick, you're picking the last one.
No shit. Really?
Weird NFL rules for 300.
This one's what is roughing the passer. It is, isn't it? What is
you guys
DPI?
ready? Can a QB throw 2 forward passes on the same play?
What is an illegal forward pass? No, wait. Like, I don't understand the way you word it. How am I supposed to pose that as a question?
Like
Am I supposed to say what is
forward over the line of scrimmage?
Yeah,
or
what is an
forward
illegal-
from
what is an
the
illegal-
position of the
You guys
quarterback?
here. I'll give the floor to you. You don't have to pose it as a question. Give me your answer.
that makes me
You got a
right on the
50-50
spot.
shot.
I mean, I already lost, so it doesn't matter. Do you have a guess or no?
Depends on the context of the question, I guess.
Can a QB throw 2 forward passes on the same play?
No, a QB cannot.
There's only one circumstance where this is possible. This,
So,
this is a weird
A flea
NFL
flicker.
rule.
That's not a.
He didn't throw a
Yeah, he
pass.
didn't throw a pass.
No.
No, really,
It's
I already figured that
only
out.
if the first pass stays behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
So what?
Like
Adonai Mitchell and Anthony Richard tried doing against the Broncos.
if Nick Benito. Fumble recovery.
You could just hit the fart button now. You already got.
Brother,
There you go.
I think no one got it right. Why'd you do
Yeah,
that?
you guys both got it wrong.
Take his points away. What does he got 1,100 for?
You're losing points too.
I don't. I'm negative.
Why am I
3.
losing points? I didn't say I was going to answer it.
You
did,
kind of
though.
guessed though.
Yeah, you did guess.
I did
Okay,
not guess. I asked
so
a question.
We got the final scores of Nick with 800 and Gabe with a whopping negative 300. How do you guys think about that?
Blowout. I enjoyed that.
We're doing
That
this
was good.
again.
Yeah.
We're doing it again. Next time we'll be more official. We'll get familiar ourselves with the rules a
We
little
gotta
bit
get
better.
buttons.
And
Familiar. No, we're getting
Yeah.
buzzers and we're going.
We're
We
getting
already got
buzzers.
And
it.
we're going to do no warnings. If you don't put it in the form of a
Yep.
question and he catches
you're
it,
losing points.
that's it.
Losing points.
Low key.
This is our warm-up.
Can we just switch it every time and there's a new host every? I need to test some out.
We could do this like once a week in
once
the
a week. Yo,
season.
yeah. This is-
Jeopardy's gonna be.
There's a lot of stuff we could cover.
As long as I get credit.
What do you mean get credit? You
I
Dom,
get credit.
it's
I
Dominic
invented
Dom's
Jeopardy.
Juano invented Jeopardy.
The name of the segment is Dom's
Trademark
Jeopardy.
it.
We could do Jeopardy
Hey,
present.
so
Unplug his mic. Unplug his mic.
she's getting muted.
Boys, this is my last day on the podcast.
You actually muted him, bro. What the fuck? Say what you said again, because they only probably heard it through me and Dom's mic.
This is my last day on the podcast, boys. I'm retiring. This is it.
Do any other buttons have sets? Oh, I wish I didn't click it. What a better dude. That was the entrance music into the next segment. Okay, now you're cheesing it. Next is our Super Bowl picks and predictions. Guys, we get one last chance to
Oh
do
my
it together. Are we ready?
gosh.
Well, not one last chance, but for this season. For Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans, we have the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, in which we went the Eagles across the board.
That felt good.
I have nowhere else to go with it. We covered our opinions earlier on who has more pressure and blah blah blah.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I just want to point out I won
one what?
the pick'ems. I had the best record.
We know, all right? We get it. You had a very good planned comeback.
Don't worry, guys. I'm
The
in.
guy
third
who's
place.
eating Sour Patch Kids is clapping for you. Do you feel
Yes,
proud of
sir.
yourself?
That's our producer.
Producer Jorbs. Jay
Jorbs.
Cardoso in the flesh. Pro Pokemon collector.
Avid Ravens fan.
We got to get him a mic. We got to get him a mic. What'd you say?
Avid Ravens fan.
For sure. Zay Flowers guy over here.
My mic is a lot louder than it was before.
Yeah, because he muted it and probably raised the freaking volume while doing it. Well, boys, that is all we have for this week. I liked that. That was a fun episode.
That was. I enjoyed
Between
it.
Jeopardy, controversial takes, and all the other stuff in the news.
Hey, a lot more of this is
There's
coming your
not more.
guys' way.
We got a lot planned for this offseason. That's all I got. So stay tuned. As usual, I'm going to say it. Okay, we got things
From
flying on the set.
downtown, baby.
Yes, sir. He just
Blue
ate that
Sour
off the
Patch
floor.
down the hatch. Ain't no better way to end the episode than with a Sour Patch flying across the screen. So with that, follow on all socials so you never miss any content, any updates, and any exciting content. And as usual, it wouldn't be an intro if I didn't fumble. And as
is
usual,
not an
God, I
intro.
almost was choked on that thing.
outro. Oh my gosh. Guys, join the Huddle, join the Talk with Turf
Cut.
Talk podcast. We will see you next week for episode 17.